There we go. And we should be good now. That seems good. That looks good. That looks good. Looks like we got a notification, so that's cool. Dude, man, big night. It's the eve. Thursday night football is a good like beak wetter, but it's not necessarily like the full course that we get tomorrow, right? We get what, 14 games tomorrow? Pretty crazy. All right, let me get my stream up. Close that. Got a bunch of ads to skip. There we go. What's up, everybody? I'll say hi to everyone in a sec. There we are. What's up, Daniel? What's up, Radio? What's up, Fernando? Jacob? Eat, sleep. Jacob. What's up, everybody? Chiefs, what happened? I don't know. It was pretty. That was a pretty crazy game. I can't believe the Lions pulled that off. For those who aren't aware, the Lions actually upset the Chiefs 21-20. Game no one really. I guess it was one of them games where it's like, I guess it's possible, but is it likely? Lions made a statement. And I think a lot is being overplayed about like the Chiefs not having like their best player. It's like it's the NFL. Yeah, every team's good. So now we have this precedent set where if your team loses a game and you have one injury, all you got to do is blame the injury. Your team didn't lose. It doesn't count. You didn't have your star player. He was out. It was, well, various. About 8 teams play at 1 o'clock. Yeah, it's just like Christmas when you're an adult. It's like July. It's like December 24th tonight. I guess December 24th would be more like the Thursday night football, right? And then it's like a 3-day long December 24th where it's just like, nope, no one plays before 1. Yeah, Lions are first place in the entire NFL. Chiefs right now are the worst team in the league. And that is a fact. What's up, Kevin? Lions are number 1. Everyone else is tied from 2 through 31. And then number 32 is Kansas City. However you want to compute that and let that be like a real thing. Yeah, they're worse than the Cardinals, Texans, Commanders, Colts, Bucks. I think a lot of people are very surprised that the Lions pulled that game off. And I think what the biggest surprise is, it shows that the Chiefs receiving core is absolutely dog shit outside of Travis Kelce. Maybe Rashee Rice will get going once he gets more comfortable. Maybe Justin Ross will, because I don't know. I seen a little bit out of Rashee Rice. He looked okay. But it looks like he got rattled as the game went on. Tony sold. Yeah, Tony stinks. And like I said before the season started, they don't have any receivers. So without Kelce, it's like, whew. No friends, Jim Nance and Tony Romo. Today we present the defending champions, the New England Patriots. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to tomorrow. Hopefully we can win that game, but fucking Jack Jones is out with a hamstring for 4 weeks. Yeah, Lions fans should be feeling pretty good. Your team looks pretty good. Good coaching. Maybe. Can I also push on the narrative, though, that the Lions struggled on offense a little bit? I think their game plan wasn't necessarily like big bombastic scoring, because again, when you play the Chiefs, I don't think it's a good idea to get into like a pissing match, is what I've been calling it, where it's like we score a touchdown, they score a touchdown, we score, they score, we score, they score. Because again, it's very hard to win those against Mahomes, and like 9 times out of 10, you're not going to win those affairs. They should have scored 21 on offense, but fucking Josh Reynolds fumbled. what the Lions' game plan was from the very beginning was to eat clock and low volume scoring, keep the ball away from Mahomes, maximize your defense's chances of winning by keeping Mahomes off the field. That's the best thing you can do with your defense. That's a way the Patriots have won a lot of games. That's how a lot of good teams win. So the Lions' goal was never to like score 35, 40 points, which they could have, by the way. Between the two running backs, they were averaging 4 yards a carry and 6.8. And when they threw the ball, if you didn't notice, they kind of threw it with almost relative ease. They were getting wide open slants, wide open plays across the middle. There was one where everybody's shitting on Jared Goff because he missed the wide open touchdown to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And it's like, well, one, they're not accounting for the fact that there was like 2 seconds to throw the football. The line kind of got beat. And two, the offense isn't like that play wasn't a real play. It was a distraction to draw the defense off so Goff could get the middle-ish of the field where he threw the ball because the defense was starting to go down. So they were like, oh shit, throw it across the middle, kill the clock. The whole offense just made sense. Watch the Lions score a lot of points next week. It'll be in a completely different look. Dolphins versus Falcons on Sunday, yeah. Yeah, that's how you have to beat really high-scoring offenses. Just keep them off the field. Even the Chiefs were doing that somewhat the best that they could. The Chiefs weren't trying to score very quick either. I think they were doing a similar thing. Because, again, one of the only ways you can really stop an offense like Detroit, like Philadelphia, like Kansas City, you just got to keep the ball away from them. It's literally like, we can't beat them. The only way we'll beat them is just keep their bitch asses on the sideline. Why are you sad? Falcons win first week? Yeah, they probably will. Bears and Packers, that'll be an interesting game. Bears will probably want revenge. We can get started on the course of games. You guys want to jump in? I just figured we'd recap the Lions a little bit. Yeah, if the Patriots can get the ball at the half, I think they can stand a chance. What's up, Alex? Also, the Patriots offense is good. Yep, get your picks and stuff up, everybody, and all that. We'll start at the Panthers and Falcons and work our way down, like usual. Oh, damn. You lost the Super Bowl by 1 point. Oh, no. That's a brutal way for a Madden season to end. To try again next year, right? Dolphins playing the Chargers? Maybe. I'm a little worried about the Dolphins losing Terran Armstead. Their line isn't very good. They have to play Isaiah Wynn. And it's like, whew. Here we go. I'm very excited about that one. Lions look great. They have a good team. Yeah, they do, Texas. I'm 0-1. I'm going to change my picks, but I didn't know well. I'm 1-0. 15 games in 1 day. Sheesh. One hell of a grind. I hope the Patriots can beat the Eagles, but the odds are so low. Jack Jones isn't going to play. He's out for 4 games with an IR thing. It's not very, it's not good. By the way, make sure you drop a like on the stream, everybody. Yada, yada, yada. All the YouTube shit and mumbo jumbo. Helps the stream out, makes it do better, and, all that cool stuff. We have 7 likes. That's pretty solid. There we go. That's better. Excuse me. Hopefully Stevenson's good to go. You won the conference finals 40-9. Nice. What's my vote on what? Yeah, I'm excited to see Jordan Love play. All right, we ready? Because this first game is game of the year material. I think the football gods decided to bless us with this weird game between 2 juggernauts, 2 titans. It's Desmond Ridder versus Bryce Young. We all knew that this was a game we've been waiting for. It's got more hype behind it than the Lions and the Chiefs. um, you know, the Lions and the Chiefs was the second most watched opener in, like, I think ever. I think the only one that got higher was the Patriots versus the Steelers. I think those are that's the only one that did better, like, all time. We'll get to the Browns. Yeah, that's a couple games away. Don't worry, we'll probably get to that one pretty quick. Because again, with the Panthers and the Falcons, we can look up a line, see what the see what the odds are. They're saying Falcons 3.5. That's pretty much just the home advantage, and then 38.5 or 39.5 over under. Okay. I don't think I've seen any reason to switch my picks, and I think I heard that the DJ Chark not DJ Chark, Adam Thielen and somebody else, their other receiver was hurt. And they're either going to play banged up or they're not going to play at all. And it's like, oh, well, if that's the case, without Thielen and the other guy. It's the first week of the season. No one looks smart in the first week of the season. It's a crapshoot. Giants game? I don't know. We'll get down to it. Kind of have an order for everything, but boy, that's a long time. Cowboys by 3.5. So they're favored by quite a bit more in my head. Yeah, I'm not going to be taking the we're not doing the, what are you guys doing? Oh, for your Madden team. Okay, I was like, what are you talking about? You sleep? But yeah, so I think everybody's kind of, let's see, we have a Panthers, we have a Falcons. I'm going with the Falcons in this one, mainly because I don't know what the Panthers defense is going to look like. I don't know if Brian Burns is playing. I don't think he is. I think it's like a game time situation. Panthers are without a couple of the receivers possibly, so it's kind of looking a little bit just looking a little bleak. So it's like no Burns. That means that the Falcons with their three-headed monster running back and Brian that's Bijan, Algier, and Cordarrelle Patterson. That's quite the formidable trio. I think the Panthers, even with like half worked out Brian Burns, I don't think that works well. Running teams tend to do pretty good to start the season off. So we should see the Panthers kind of stick around in this game because, again, they run the ball pretty well. But ultimately, I'm just like, yeah, I don't know if I can trust all that newness. Plus, like, Bryce Young with a bad line. With, I think, literally, Thielen might be out. So without that, it's like, oh boy, an already super limited team is super limited. I'm kind of liking the Falcons in this one. I don't personally. Why are the Panthers the new Falcons? Have they blown anything? They're like a brand new coach, a brand new quarterback, a brand new. What have they blown yet? How are they the new Falcons? That's quite the it's quite the accusation for a team that hasn't played any football yet. Oh, just to avoid the team. Oh, okay. No, I don't pick the Falcons because they're. Yeah, I got you. I'm not picking them. Fair enough. I thought you meant like they're like the new blow it team. I'm like, geez. I know Bryce Young is mid, but I don't think he's gonna blow games like that. That'd be hilarious, though. All right, we spent a lot of time on this shitty game. Let's move on to the next one. This is a bad game. No one really cares. It's from the mighty NFC West, where 6 games could win the division. So anyway. Yeah, Dale, when we get to that one, we'll talk about it. It's the next one up. This next game, there's not really too much to talk about it. Ravens 28-13. Stroud doesn't get the best start as a Texan. Yeah, nah, I don't really see this going well. Let's go look at the hilarious. This is one of the funniest week 1 lines I've ever seen. Where is it at? Oh, it's bet down to 9.5. So Baltimore's favored by 9.5 with an over-under of 43.5. It's a hilarious line for week 1. Texans 7. Oh, you're calling for the upset. Okay. I'm not. I don't while I don't see a blowout, I see it like 28-20, Baltimore winning. Mainly just because I do have a little bit of respect for the Texans defense. I think they have a good defensive head coach, but I think it's going to take a couple weeks for a very new football team. New coaches, new everything, quarterback, a lot of new players, a lot of new this, a lot of new that. It's going to take a couple weeks for them to kind of start gelling and figuring things out. I think they're a team going in the right direction. Don't get me wrong. It's just brutal first game to have to get against Baltimore with all their new receivers. They're like the healthiest they're going to be. They're going to want to show off. It's going to be fucking, they're just going to abuse Houston probably. Yeah, it was at like 10. I think a lot of people bet it down because, again, I think people are like, Houston's defense is a little bit better than that. And they're coached by like a super defensive, like a really good defensive head coach. So 27-17. Yeah, something like that. I just don't see a blowout. Yeah, and Stroud didn't. I seen nothing out of Stroud in the preseason that made me go, oh, there we go. And my team played him. He had a couple good throws, but it's going to be a long rookie year for him. All right, now we're on to the Bengals and the Browns. Oh, Fern, you're on the wrong game again. And now if you're doing it on purpose, is what we do to people like that. I already told you like 3 times that we're going in order as it's on the screen. So stay in line or just get timed out or banned. I don't have any patience for this. Fucking retard. Anyway. Yeah, I don't. Literally, if we're doing a specific thing, fucking stay on topic or get removed. That's annoying as fuck. Anyway, we're on the Bengals and the Browns. Bengals 21, Browns 17. Yeah, as Dale pointed out earlier with the games, Stefanski is like 4-1 versus Zach Taylor. What was the other one? Yeah, 3 different quarterbacks, a whole bunch of crazy wins. This is one of the games where the upset is most likely. You can see an upset brewing, especially if Cleveland starts playing better. They have Watson. They have a good run game. Lines should be solid if they're healthy. Decent receivers. Good defense if it actually plays up to what it's capable of doing. And again, Stefanski just seems to be able to beat the Bengals. Yeah, is Ward playing? I wish there were Browns fans somewhere here. But I don't think Browns are well, yes you are. Anyway, with the Bengals, they're looking pretty good. They revamped the offensive line. They have a good running back. I don't know. It's just something about this game tells me I don't really know what to think about Deshaun Watson yet because he didn't really look that good at the end of last year. But again, that's kind of just coming off the bench after a few years of not playing football. So was it Russ getting knocked off and he should be good to go this year? Cleveland does have an advantage of home and away. Let's look at the line. See how people are feeling. The Bengals are only favored by 1.5 with an over-under of 47.5. So this game's almost at like a pick'em situation. With a slight favor on the Bengals. Yeah, I mean, Watson's still a good athlete. I just don't know if he's like good to go. If that makes sense, like did he lose the touch? Did he lose like the feel to play the position? That's kind of what we have to see still. Yeah, and the Bengals they're healthy. Their offense is going to be sharp and crisp. Everybody's pretty good to go. Their defense kind of added some nice pieces. Again, I like the fact that they built the offensive line again. So Oh man, you're just fucking going in full on Spurg mode. Shut the fuck up. Look how much I had. Look how much just got timed out from one person spamming. That's fucking ridiculous. Like seriously, just scroll up a little bit. Look how much this guy's spamming this shit. Look how many messages just got deleted. He's been here for 2 minutes. Literally, he's been here for less than 2 minutes or so. That's fucking crazy, dude. If he comes through doing it again, he's just gonna be banned from the channel for going forward. I hate people like that. The Browns and the Bengals. Ugh. I'm cleaning up my chat a little bit. I'm gonna get rid of fucking stupid people like that. Stick with the program or just go away. It's fucking annoying, dude. Not everybody. Literally just people like Radio or fucking Fern. It's like literally just stick with the fucking program and stop spamming. Like all them people are on their final straw. It's really annoying. I mean, they won't even get a warning. It'll just be, all right, you're banned now. Goodbye. Which Patriot? Who'd they get? Oh, Strong. Oh yeah, Pierre Strong. Yeah. Wonder if he's even gonna play. Yeah, they just did a bunch of moves. All right, so I guess no one really has strong feelings on the Bengals. You got the Browns winning 45-24. It's kind of a crazy blowout. I could see the Browns winning, but I'm going to stick with the Bengals in this one against my better judgment. I think this is a split series, but I'm going to go with the away split. The harder split to pull off. I'm going to go with the away. You have Cleveland? Yeah, that's probably the right pick. I'm going to fucking regret not switching. Because there's always 1 or 2 games where I'm like, I know I should switch my pick here. But nothing really too crazy happened in this game. There's no real reason to switch other than just like a gut feeling. So I like to honor most of my picks, saving like major injury. That's the reason we do this. Is like I just like to confirm all my picks. And make sure I'm just going to stick with it. Make sure no major injuries occurred that like change anything for anybody. And you know, this game didn't really have anything big happen. So I'm just going to stick with Cincy. All right, now we're on to the Jaguars and the Colts. This one was pretty easy. Really, this first chunk of games, other than the Bengals and the Browns, were really easy to pick from. I guess the Falcons and the Panthers was kind of hard, but it was like yeah. Colts 30-3. That's not going to happen. I'll be honest. I think the Colts, I don't even think do they have a good defense? I honestly don't know anyone who plays defense for them. I'm not even trying to be mean. Like, Frank Clark? Is he still on the Colts? Jags 30-7. I seen somebody say that the Colts would win. That's Fernando. That's a bold take. I predict. I like boldness. I wonder what the line is in this game. It's got to be fucking crazy. There's one game where the Jaguars have never lost to India. Oh, it's the away, right? Where the Jags are at home. Also, the Jags kind of bully the Colts in like their season series. Jags are favored by 4.5. Over under 46.5. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I'm gonna probably stick with my whole thing. Yeah, I'll delete my channel if the fucking Colts win 30-3. Plus, the Colts deserve to lose with how they're handling Jonathan Taylor. Do you want to know what these guys did? So you know how they're like, they don't want to pay what they call useless position a whole bunch of money. These dudes just made their long snapper the highest paid long snapper in NFL history. I couldn't think of a more useless position that you can just sign a new one every single year and never pay one. Other than like vet min. Yeah, I mean the Colts are intelligent. I mean, I will say they paid their long snapper the most money ever, but refused to pay their MVP, getting their 2022 MVP running back, like their, what was it, 2021, where Jonathan Taylor got MVP votes as a running back in 2021, the modern era of football. In the quarterback award, he got votes. I think that's rather significant in my opinion, but what do I know? Oh, there's a fake account. Oh, should get rid of this person, fucking weirdo. The reason I'm doing it is because it would be mad funny. It would be pretty funny. Anyway. Yeah, that's pretty much that. No one really cares about this game that much. Jags are going to walk them. There's a lot of games where it's got this like weird, very obvious appeal, like of, well, obviously the Jags are going to like, you know what I mean? These two of these games are just brutally honest, and then, or well, obvious, and then you get to this game, the Bucks and the Vikings, where I think there's a little bit of tension here. Or I think this is one of the first games where everything's really actually kind of interesting. Well, I mean, this one's good, but it's just always meant to be a good one. But this one's surprisingly good, I think. The Vikings are favored by 5.5 with an over or under of 46. So I have a direct prediction for how this game plays out. I think the Vikings never are in jeopardy of losing this game, right? Yeah, that's kind of how I feel, Fernando, but it's a little different. So we know the Vikings are. Oh, congrats, Eat Sleep. I hope the Colts lose and lose really bad. They deserve the bad, and it makes them. Yeah, I hope so, Mike. So I think the Vikings get out to a really early, like 21 point lead, and like they go into halftime up like 24-0, maybe 24-10, like some kind of just really dominant score, 21-3. 24-3 type score, and then they score like one more time, right? So it's like 31-3 for a long portion of the game, but like something like weird flips and happens in this game where Tampa just storms back into it like toward the end, and they just kind of build, and all of a sudden, we're like with like a minute left or 2 minutes left in the game, the score's like 31-24 or 31-27, and everyone's like, "What the fuck is going on?" And then Baker, they just run out of time. It's like, damn, if they had scored once in the first half, they might have won that game. Yeah, he just left. So no one knows what happened to Matt Corral. He just left and they cut him. Oh well. My honest opinion on that situation is I think Matt Corral believed the internet that Mac Jones wasn't a good quarterback or something. I think he thought he was going to roll up, take Mac's job real quick, and be a starter. I genuinely believe he thought that. And then he showed up, seen it wasn't like that at all, and then he was like, "Oh, never mind. Oh, fucking stupid." Or thought the backup job was just a guarantee, and the Patriots were like, "Oh, no, we're not doing that, actually. You suck worse than Zappy does." So I don't know. I kind of like the Vikings to win this one. Yeah, this was a hard pick for me as well. Because I couldn't decide who wins this game ultimately. It was tough. Because I don't think the Vikings do like the Vikings are a better team than the Buccaneers 100% right now. But one thing, I think the Vikings don't defensively match up well with the Buccaneers offense, right? So it's not even like I just think the Buccaneers are like a good team to like run up against the Vikings. It could have been that. Yeah, he could have just seen the playbook. Oh, he's just going to be a practice squad guy anyway. Who cares? Once the NFL put the kibosh on our little quarterback trickery thing we were going to do, he became very dispensable. My nose is super itchy right now. Hold on a second. I'm going to stand up for in 1 second. Vikings $30, 20. I think I think most people are going to be in agreement on the Vikings winning this, but the Bucks staying like weirdly in the game, but never really like being a threat in the game. I think that's a really good way to explain that situation. By the way, is this game's never gonna feel close, but never feel like wow, the Vikings dominate. Like it's like this weird energy with this game. I don't know how to describe it. I think it's because the Vikings, though they're better, they just don't match up well here. Yeah, I don't think any of that's true. Anyway, nor would I give a fuck about anything like that. It's a weird thing. I don't. Cool. Anyway. I guess we're gonna move on now, if that's okay. We're not really talking about the Patriots or anything. Titans and Saints now. Let's see what the line is on this game. This game has a lot of back and forth on it. The Saints are favored by 3 with an over-under of 41.5. Of all the picks that came in this week, I think on the comments and everything that I got, I think this was the game with the most like variation and most like difference to it. Well, good night, radio. See ya. You got the Titans. Yeah, that's what I have as well. There's like a few reasons. I don't really know what the Saints defense is going to look like this year. I know they're usually a pretty solid defense. But again, it's kind of one of them year-to-year things. They were pretty older. They were a little bit of an older defense the last couple years, so I gotta kind of see them still playing well. I do like the fact that they made a few good changes on their offense, bringing in obviously Derek Carr. So I want to see how that plays out. Is that all going to work together? Or is that just who? But again, if Derek Carr can work there, he does have Chris Olave. He's got Michael Thomas fully healthy, remotivated, if you will. So that's, it's a good thing if you're a Saints fan heading into this one. Then kind of looking at the Titans, I like the addition of D-Hop. I think Burks is a pretty solid receiver, especially now with D-Hop on the other side. I think that helps out the run game. I wonder if the line's going to be at all improved. Should be pretty healthy though. Yeah, and yeah, there's a major coaching disparity there as well between Tannehill, or well, not Tannehill, between fucking Mike Vrabel and the guy that the Saints have in Bruce or Dennis Allen, whatever the fuck his name is. I always thought it was Bruce Allen, not Dennis. Yeah, I don't know why when people do that, they like just forget to mention they have they're like, the Titans don't have anybody. It's like, yeah, he's on, they have DeAndre Hopkins. Saints just have way too many question marks for me to like comfortably pick them in this game. The biggest thing they have going for them is the fact that the game's in New Orleans. No, I don't watch college football. So I don't know. I like the Titans coaching advantage. I like the Titans offense a little bit more, especially if their line's halfway decent. Oh, yeah, whatever, dude. I don't care. Like, no offense, Fernando, but I don't. What am I? Why do I care about that? The fuck? Why do I care? Yeah, I'm just asking why. What? Now I completely forgot what I was talking about the Titans and the Saints. I I don't. I could be like that. Could have been saved for like way after we got done with all this. That just ruined That just like ruined the momentum of the stream. Jesus, dude. Good fucking god. No, it wasn't. Not a single person laughed or thought anything. People left. The stream's like dead now. Good work. Ugh. Way to. Yeah, you gotta get timed out, man. That was fucking brutal. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, fuck you. Good god. What did I say about like staying on topic? The only things you said lately were just nothing related to anything, so that was really retarded. Anyway, we'll kind of just move on, I think, to the next game. Yeah, he completely threw me off with whatever the fuck random ass stupid shit he was talking about, dude. I don't think people realize I have to like go over this before I stream and shit. So like I have to like keep I have to keep like 30, I have to keep 16 games, 32 teams worth of information kind of like fresh and floating in my head. So when people just start like spamming random shit, it's like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? Can that wait like 5 minutes? Like, can that wait like an hour when we're done with everything? Like, I like to be very prepared for this, so like I'm not like pulling things up in front of me the entire stream, because that's very fucking stupid and very boring to wait for, and like, you know, watch me click through a bunch of shit. Like, Jesus, dude. Anyway. Again, my thing is I like the Titans coaching more. I like the Titans offense a bit more until I see like the combination of Derek Carr, the Saints, you know, the new running back situation with Jamal Williams. We have to see kind of Michael Thomas back in action, see if that is actually working, see if Olave clicks with everybody new and everybody back. Again, there's a lot of newness on the Saints that you may not be thinking about. Again, solid defense. It's aging a little bit though. And they're going up against the new look Titans offense. That's pretty much the same Titans offense, but with DeAndre Hopkins now. And I think that's a big deal. It's Dennis Allen, Bruce Allen, somebody with a name like that. And it killed the stream. They're fucking stupid nonsense. This is why I have to be very aggressive towards people on these first streams of this. Or else they just start doing random ass dog shit that has nothing to do with the stream. Wonder where everybody's who's usually here is at. Telling you, man, something's weird about my channel. Everybody who usually has come back by now is I don't think they know I even make content anymore. I'll be honest. Pretty sure the NFL's buried this channel at this point. Not the NFL, but old YouTube. Anyway, yeah, we'll move on. Anyway, Saints or Steelers and 49ers. What's the odds in this one looking like? 49ers are favored by 2.5 with an over-under of 41.5. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why a lot of people are picking the Steelers in this game. Like, unless I'm missing something about the Steelers offense that I don't know exists. And I didn't really notice any big changes to the offensive line. Nothing that's going to slow down this pass rush. I must be missing something. Pittsburgh could only score like 20 points a game last year. I know defensively, like, they could shut everybody down, but it's like, how much do they think they're scoring against the 49ers? Like 10 points? And 49ers will fuck around and score at least 14. Like, they'll accidentally get 14, even if it's off their defense, special teams. Again, if I'm missing something, somebody could fill me in. That'd be great, but... Yeah, like the 49ers just feel like a better version of the Steelers right now. Like in like every degree. That's like the 49ers got better defense, better offense. Pittsburgh probably has better coaching overall. Special teams are probably a wash. I don't know. I guess I'm missing the big thing that like puts the Steelers ahead of the 49ers in the way that everyone's like, oh, this is an easy upset pick. And it's like, yeah, I don't know. Is there some crazy statistic like the Steelers haven't lost a home opener in like 15, 20 years? Because if that's the case, then it's like, well, son of a bitch. I'm going to get this game wrong because I didn't know the Steelers have this weird history that they can't lose openers. Then we're going to find out that there's like this other offsetting curse where the other one. 49ers 22-19. Yeah, well, Fernando, I'm not trying to pick on you or anything or anything like that at all. What was the logic behind the Steelers over the 49ers at first? Again, not coming from a place of Purdy. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, it seems like Purdy's good to go. The only real question about the 49ers was, to me, was Nick Bosa, and he signed his contract. He's ready to play. So I'm like, yeah, I don't know. But fair enough, fair enough. Do you think that's where, I know a lot of people weren't thinking Nick Bosa was going to play, but I think a lot of them people, like, even put caveats in their picks that if Nick plays, they're picking the 49ers. So again, I'm just trying to figure out like what the thing is that I'm missing about either team that's making one person go like, yeah, I'm picking the Steelers. Because I know they have Jason Hargrave now too, right, in San Francisco. Like they added in like one of the other best defensive ends in the NFL to play alongside Nick Bosa. Like I'm pretty sure they got like the best defensive end available in the offseason. Kittle's out. Mike Tomlin is him. That's what it is. Kittle's out. Okay. What's up, politics? You've only missed a few ones. I haven't changed any of my picks yet because none of these games have had major changes to them. What's up, Dominic? So yeah, it's just coaching and the Kittle being out. Okay, I guess I get it. By the way, make sure everyone drops a like, help the stream out, get some people in here. Don't let the Democrats win. Trying to shut me down for being a God-loving patriot or whatever people say. Is that how you grift? Anyway. Yeah, but I think we have the 49ers offense function without Kittle. I think one of the Dolphins linemen. Yeah, we'll talk about that one. We'll get to that. We're finishing up with the 49ers Steelers. Yeah, I was going to say, we've seen the 49ers work without Kittle. They kind of like, they function all right. Not as high functioning. They're all right. They can get by. Yeah, we'll get to the Dolphins game. Mike probably has his shit list ready for the Dolphins. He's got a whole list. No, the 49ers, without Kittle, the 49ers aren't Chiefs bad. No. They have Christian McCaffrey, they have Deebo Samuel, they have Brandon Ayuk. They're fucking just fine. they can get by. I think they even have a decent backup tight end, believe it or not. He's very important in the run game. Kittle is, and he's very impactful. He helps out Deebo Samuel quite a bit. I think if you look at Deebo's numbers with and without Kittle, it's like shocking what happens. Like all of their numbers get better when Kittle's playing. He puts and he's blocking, and he's kind of like he's very underrated. He's very good. Let's not get into that, dude. I was fucking around. Just like all them Republicans in Tennessee that passed the bill that you're allowed to marry people if they're 12. All right. Yeah. Right wing fucking nuts are fucking trying to marry children in Tennessee. They passed a whole ass law that you can marry a 12-year-old so long as you get the parents' permission. Yeah, look that up. Don't believe me? Tennessee files, hold on. This is the Tennessean. Tennessee legislator files amendment to anti-levy. Hold on. Let me find the actual thing. Here we go. Okay, so there is nothing to end child marriage pending in Tennessee. Oof. Proposed legislation could legalize child marriage. Ugh. Yeah, so if we're gonna do that, let's not bunch of fucking weirdos all over the place, man. What do bills become? You know how the government works? You know how that works? What do bills become? Once they get voted on and passed, because it will, because it's Tennessee. And they have a hive mind in Tennessee. It's probably all that shit. If one Republican in Tennessee proposes something, they all vote yes on it. That's kind of they work in like uniparty in Tennessee. But if they decide to vote no, it'll fail. But if they vote yeah, one guy votes yeah, it's just whatever, dude. Anyway, it's about football. Let's keep it about football. I don't care about politics. Yeah, cool. Texas. What does that mean? So I shouldn't worry about the children having to get married to adults? So wait a minute. Why do you care about what like other states do with their like laws regarding their kids if you don't think I should have an opinion on children in Tennessee being married? So like I can't comment on laws in Tennessee because like I'm not from Tennessee. So why are you commenting on what other people are doing with their kids in other states? What gives you like that like weird moral authority? They're trying to pass a bill that would allow children to get married in Tennessee. No, it's not. I showed you like 7 different fucking headlines from all over the place. From like probably down in Tennessee. Those are probably all Tennessee media sources. What's the lie? What am I lying about? That the bill will legalize child marriage because it said it. Unless all those news things that are like from Tennessee are lying. Anyway, fucking stupid as shit, dude. We read it right there. I don't know why it's fucking stupid as shit to deny what we were just reading in front of our eyes. Come on now. We're going to the card. Good thing this shitty game is next. It's literally probably just to protect some pedophile church guy who's about to get in big fucking trouble in Tennessee. That's all usually. That's all that the fucking laws really are. Some mega church person is probably about to get in big goddamn trouble in Tennessee, and he made a big old donation, so someone proposed some creepy fucking law. Guarantee, like 100% guarantee, it's gonna link back to some fucking weird church thing. Usually, always does with kids. Especially in the South. The Saints speaking of that, the Saints, they got some blood on their hands. Children blood. Specifically, butthole children blood. Games am I most happy for tomorrow? Oh, happy for? The Patriots playing the Eagles, of course. All right, let's move on to the Cardinals and Commanders. Cardinals, 2014. People get Joshua Dobbs almost beat the Jags with a crappy roster. Well, I feel like Washington's defense is just gonna mollywop the Cardinals. They got no offensive line. They don't really have any wide receivers, I don't think. I think they have James Conner still. I don't know who's on their defense. I literally almost don't know. Yeah, I hope Trump goes to jail for life for being a bad guy and being orange. Anyway, I feel like people don't know what Washington has, like the second or third best defense in the NFL in 2022. Actually, I think if you ask anyone here, I literally said, I don't really give a fuck if Trump gets impeached or not. It doesn't matter to me. I don't give a fuck about politics. But okay, man, do whatever you want to say. Yeah, thank you, Slumpy. I think he should go to jail for being a fag. That's why I think Trump should go to jail. He's a fag. Just like everyone who's that into politics like you. Jesus, dude. Like, should I ban you, Texas? Are you gonna just let the politics go at some point? I don't think you're gonna understand that. I think politics are for fags and nerds. So, like, I mean, do you want me to just kick you out of here, dude? Like, I don't want to because I think you're fun to talk sports with. But if you can't let the politics shit go, man, you should just leave. Tyler's out for like 7 or 8 weeks, probably. I made a political fucking joke, dude, and you just ran with it. I literally made a fucking joke. Do you know what jokes are? Do you know what a fucking joke is? And then you just started getting weirdly political, and I went, oh, fuck. Oh, fuck, man. I literally said the radical left is shutting down my YouTube channel because I'm a God-loving American patriot. The fuck does that have to do? Like, do you not know what a joke is? I have 8,000 subscribers. No one knows I exist. Why would the left be doing anything to me? No one would give a shit. No one's doing nothing to me. Do you know what jokes are, man? Like, what the fuck? Is that like genuine political discourse that I said that to you? Yeah, it's for fags, Slumpy. It's straight up just for losers. Do you know what a joke is, dude? Why would you take that and be like, dude, he's seriously talking about politics? No one here is. If I say something like that, you should probably just take it as a joke. And everything I say is going to be extremely hyperbolic and trolly from that point forward. No, expect me to tell you nothing serious and to call you a fag. No, I can say whatever I want and tell you it's a joke, dude. And expect you to like be able to pick up like every other person here did that I was fucking around. Like what a bad. I expect a serious response to your joke. Okay. I'm gonna just respond to you with fucking asinine bullshit from going forward. I hope one day, Texas, that the left wins and they take your kids and trans them. I hope they sissy hypno your whole bloodline and turn them into submissive beta cucks. That's what I hope happens to you, bro. Like, get a fucking grip. Get the fuck out of here, you weirdo. Yeah, I hope your kids get transed up at the public schools. If you're just gonna keep talking politics and acting like that, dude, I'm just gonna fucking go wild, dude. You better get them out the public schools, because guess what's happening? They're being sissy hypnoed in PE class. PE doesn't stand for fucking physical education. It stands for penis education. Your generation is a bunch of losers in Gen X that have done absolutely nothing in the world. How do you feel about that? It goes boomers, then us, because no one gives a fuck about Gen X. You guys have done nothing. You guys didn't even get to get into politics. Your parents stayed in power. Then it's going to go straight to us. How's that feel? Your generation, no one gives a fuck. Your only contribution to the world is you guys taught everyone how to hang out. Really cool, dude. Good job, fucking losers. Literally, you guys have done nothing. Literally nothing. Your generation is the biggest bunch of losers the world has ever seen. Your parents are the boomers, which is great. And then the generation after you is like making millionaires left and right. I think the average millennial is already like 14. It's like way richer than the average Gen X person. How's that feel? Then the one after us, the Gen Z, they're even better than us. Jesus. Gen X didn't do anything. Oh, are you a boomer? Were you born in 63 or something? I don't think you're, what are you, 90 years old? You didn't win world. Dude, how old are you? 90? Didn't the last fucking World War II veteran die like 3 years ago? You didn't win World War II. Yeah, it was cheaper. Yeah, I'd like to go back to the cheaper stuff. Won World War II? What the fuck are you talking about? You're part of the silent generation? You're old as dirt, dude. I don't know how you're alive. You're part of the greatest generation? How are you on the internet? How old are you? Seriously, how old are you, man? You're fucking old as shit. Think about that. That ended in 45. You made you created the baby boom generation? You're that old? When you cough, does dust come out? I think you misfired on the war you're pretending to be a certain age of. Do you mean Vietnam? Anyway, let's move on to the Commanders and the Cardinals. That was my analysis for that game, by the way. I hope we all followed it. That's why I have the Commanders. No, the Commanders just have a better defense. I have no faith in the Cardinals. I think they're going to be one of the worst teams in the league this year, primarily until Kyler Murray gets back. Because again, terrible offensive line outside of Paris Johnson and like one or two other people. Well, yeah, we're gonna be old too. I don't care about that. But it's like, dude, how are you in World War II and still alive? That's almost 100 years ago that the people fighting in the war would be at this point. Yeah, I think it's almost 18 years to like the beginning of the war. So it's almost to the point where it's like you would almost be 100 years old if you fought in that war. Do you like know how the math works? It's like 2023 plus 18 would be 1941. You know what I mean? Super Bowl prediction? I got the Bengals playing the Niners. What about you, Slumpy? Yeah, I don't really know what the Cardinals are gonna do. Feels like a slaughter, and I don't know what the Commanders' offense is going to look like. They could score 10. If they can score 20 points, they win this game walking away. Patriots Lions. I hope not, Mike. God, I hope. Well, actually, that'd be nice. I'd really like that Super Bowl. Actually, the more I think about it, I'm like, actually, that'd be a fun Super Bowl for me. Then I could finally officially stand there and go, I told everybody football was made just for me. How do you guys feel about, dude? If the Lions went to the Super Bowl and played the Jets, Dolphins, or Jets, Dolphins, or Bills, do you know how fucking funny it would be in my head to see like the Lions prevent one of those teams from winning a Super Bowl, especially the Bills? Do you know, like in my head, I can't imagine a funny, like I would be like very pro Buffalo getting to this. What's up, Laura? Very pro Buffalo getting to the Super Bowl, especially if Detroit's clearly going. I'd be like, oh, come on, please. This is about to be the funniest thing ever, or I'm about to be really annoyed. But boy, oh boy, if the Lions beat the Buffalo Bills, I'd have that for forever. I'd literally have that for the rest of my life. Yeah, that'd be a really good Super Bowl, first and foremost. That'd be a really good matchup. And I think the Lions would win the rematch of that game because they're a better team than they are now. But also just to see Buffalo fans lose it. All right, Bears-Packers, what are we thinking? Let's go look at the over-under for this game because this is actually a pretty even game now. It might even be pick'em. Bears are favored by 1.5 with an over-under of 41.5. I can't remember the last time the Bears were favored to win this game. How you doing, Laura? I have the Packers. I believe Packers winning this game. Let me check my pick'em. Make sure I'm actually been right on my picks. I'm sticking with. You still got the Bears? I had the Falcons, I have Ravens, Bengals, Jags, Vikings, Titans, 49ers, Commanders. Okay, I have the Packers. Ironically, I have the Packers winning 21-20. The ironic part of that score is that was what the Lions and Chiefs game was. I'm glad to hear. You just hate Packers? Yeah, I have the Packers winning. I think it's because regardless of how everything feels about the Bears, right? Have to see it, man. No, Justin, I don't even think he completed 50 passes last year. It was pretty bad. They could be I just gotta see it, right? They made so many improvements, but it's like that roster was so goddamn bad and barren that they had to make so many additions. Now we have to hope that all those new additions actually work out and become something. Like I do like the addition of DJ Moore quite a bit. I think that's going to really help Fields, but I don't know if it's enough to turn the Bears into this like dynamo team, especially against the defense that knows them really well, and the Packers against a team that really knows them, you know, like it just feels like this is a game for the Packers to kind of lose, even though we're going to see a new Packers team. Just feel like I can I just got to see the Bears pull this off, man. Have they beat Matt LaFleur yet? Yeah, they're down with Watson. That's kind of why I think it's going to be low scoring, like a lot of people have said. I think 21-20, something like that, 21-17. Seahawks could be interesting. I think they're a year or so away, though. Their defense is very, very young, especially in the secondary. I think it's all like second years and rookies. And Jamal Adams, but he's hurt. I think Fields will be all right. Bears shit on the Packers. Okay. Most people are on the Bears this game. I think I'm one of the few people who actually went with Green Bay in this one. I think Green Bay is going to have a kind of meh year, like 7 wins, but I think this is one of the ones they get until it's kind of like the Patriots versus the Jets. Until the Jets fucking actually beat the Patriots, it's so hard for me to pick against the Patriots in that game. It's like it's been 7 years. I actually don't know when the last time the Packers lost to the Bears was. Since Mark Andrews is healthy. Dude, all the tight ends got hurt somehow for fantasy. That was hilarious. Did you guys see that shit? Every tight end got hurt. Jason Hargrave. I think that's going to be a... that's right. It's Hargrave and Bosa. Yeah, you guys are probably going to get 5-6 sacks in that game. I don't like the Steelers D line. That's one of the big or O line. That's one of the big reasons why I think the 49ers win that pretty easily. They just destroy. Yeah. Hey, just ignore. You got to just ignore what the national media says. Well, no, you should pay attention. You know how like the national media really big ups your Lions. Like they pretend like like they really like the Lions. They're always like, "Yeah, go Lions. Lions are like our favorite new team. We love the Lions. It's fun to watch them win." Um but like think back to week 18 of last year. Did anybody think that did any of those same people who were like rah-ing the Lions all last year and then like rah-ing them right now, did any of them think they were going to beat Green Bay? Did a single national media? No, not one. Zero. Not one. Everybody kind of snickered and said, "Oh, Detroit's going to get killed by Green Bay." Like, we all like the Lions, but let's be honest, they're gonna get fucking destroyed by Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers is gonna take them outside, fuck them in the woods, and fucking slice the head off the corpse and throw the body in the wood chipper, dude. That's what's gonna happen to Dan Campbell when he goes up and faces that bad man Aaron Rodgers. And then they lost. The Lions obviously won the game in pretty dominating fashion. And then those same people who've been rah-ing the Lions all offseason, been bigging upping them. The media is pretending to support them and love them and love them and love them. But zero of them thought they were going to win. Same thing that they said about the Packers situation. Lions were going to get destroyed even without Chris Jones or Kelsey. I heard every single media person genuinely believe didn't Nick Wright say it didn't matter that they didn't have those guys? Like, I very, very specifically remembered every single person saying it didn't matter that the Chiefs didn't have Kelsey or Chris Jones. Or am I imagining that? Like the day of the game, everybody was like, "Oh, that doesn't matter. The Lions are still going to lose." Oh, really? Now everyone's like, "Well, it was obvious the Lions were going to win. The Chiefs didn't have two of their best players." Yeah. Nick Wright got a tattoo saying 20-0 even without Kelsey, and now they're all backtracking, saying, "Well, they didn't have the people." You know, yeah. Everybody picked the Chiefs to win. Every person, like on every pregame show, on every media show, even when we knew Kelsey and everybody was out, they all still picked them. And now they're like, "Well, we all knew the Lions were going to win because of the injuries." No, you didn't. You literally just said that the Lions were going to lose. Like 2 hours ago. You fucking liars. Dude, everybody picked the Chiefs. They didn't care. Now, I'm talking about the national media. I expect football fans to get stuff wrong. We're football fans. We have a degree of getting things wrong. But I'm fine with the media getting shit wrong. It's not like it's their job to be 100% right. It's really not. It's their job to speculate and try to be as right as possible. That's, whatever about getting wrong. It's the lying that they're doing. It's just like, dude, quit making excuses that the Lions won and just pretend like the team that they're pretending they like. They make a billion excuses for when they win, and they just never congratulate them. Remember, the Lions aren't really liked by the media. They're a pretend liked. And the second the Lions start doing bad, the media is going to shit all over them. Hold on a second. I got to deal with my nose. Same old. Started to in the broadcast. Anyway, comment about Brock Purdy throwing a pick. Well, hey, I like confidence. I like confident players. Anyway, we'll kind of pivot away from the Lions. Really, well, we can go back to that stuff, but I just I feel really bad kind of for Lions fans, but Lions fans should take that with a good thing and understand that the national media shit talking your football team is a good thing because it does very much motivate your team if they're a smart football team. It doesn't allow them to get a big ego, and it keeps them playing very aggressive. Maybe they're trying something with the Lions. Maybe they're trying to make them play better. But yeah, I don't know. I like people talking shit. Lore. I know it's a little annoying if you're a fan of the 49ers, but nothing really wrong with it. Why? What do you have why does it bug you? Should he say he hopes that we lose? I don't know. All right. Oh shit, we're finished with the 1 o'clock games. We're into 4 o'clock. I think that's about good for the Packers and Bears. Unless anybody has anything like truly mind altering to add about this one. Now we're getting into one of the games of the week: the Broncos and the Raiders. Real big who gives a shit fourth and third place in the division energy in this game. -3.5 is the over-under. 43.5 is the over-under. -3.5. Broncos are favored is what I meant to say. So no, we're not betting or anything. This is just showing like who's favored and who's not, because FanDuel is pretty consistent with being in line with like what the actual NFL lines are and yada yada yada. There you go. That's how you do it. Maybe Purdy burns his ass too. Raiders 22, Broncos 12. Offense goes. What do I have in this one? Oh no, I have the Broncos winning. I'm riding. Pause. I guess I'm back on the Russ bus. You know, I heard rumors that Russ was the guy on the diarrhea plane. No one can confirm or deny that, but I heard it was Russ Wilson that caused the diarrhea plane. He started yelling about eating Subway and that he had to ride, and everybody was really confused, and he just started spraying the doo-doo everywhere. That's what I heard. He was thinking about doing some Russ workouts on a plane, and, you know, he bent over and it's just everywhere. I don't know if there's footage of the diarrhea plane. I'm sure there is, but I don't think that'll ever see the light of day. I don't think anybody wants to admit that they got diarrhea sprayed. It's a bad thing to admit. Anyway, about this game. I just think that I think Russell Wilson is going to be back. Maybe I'm wrong, and everybody else picking the Raiders is the right pick and the correct one. But I like I think the Raiders, if the Broncos do have Russell Wilson back and playing like his old self, they're way better, right? They have a really good defense. They're not going to give up more than like 24 points in this game. Again, remember last year, what were they giving up, like 18 points a game? Nothing crazy. They were a really good defense. They just couldn't score points. So if they can repeat that performance, which they can, they pretty much brought back everybody from their last year, and they're a little older. The young guys like Surtain, they're entering kind of like their prime almost, if you want to call it that. With the Raiders, I have so many weird questions. Everything was going so smooth, and then Chandler Jones situation, he's not playing this week. So I'm wondering how all that plays. I know they drafted a young guy who looks pretty good in Tyrese Wilson. Or is that his last name? The Tyrese guy they drafted? He looks all right, but I mean, you know, it's preseason. I don't know. How's Jimmy Garoppolo going to look? How's that whole situation going to look? A lot of questions there. Whereas with the Broncos, it's, you know, just a new offensive system that might be a little bit better for Russ than what he was in last year. So, Stevenson's going to play. That's good. For sure, Eat Sleep. Hopefully you drop a like on your way out. Appreciate you. I don't know. I just kind of think I think Russ is back. You can doubt the Russ fence all you want, but just know I've never been wrong about Russell Wilson. It's like, why would you? Is that something to brag about? What is that? Is that like a thing you put on your resume? Rob, never really wrong about Russell Wilson before. Except last year, he sucked ass, but, you know, that was weird. The Russessance? Yeah, it's the Russessance. It's the... Where there's a Wilson, there's a way. You know how it goes. All right, anyway, we'll move on to the Dolphins and the Chargers. I think we spent enough time on that. You know what sucks about these first I don't know, 2-3 weeks of the season that makes these kind of streams kind of hard to figure out, hard to predict on, a little bit boring. We have nothing to go off of. This is all just kind of like, this is what I'm feeling. So it can just be kind of like vague and kind of misfocused and very speculative feelings. I don't know. Week 2 of these get way better because, again, you have week 1 to build off of. Week 3, they start getting really good. By about week 4, they're humming along nicely. Because, again, you have plenty to pick from. You know, we know what teams are by about week 3, week 4. Except if they're real, you know. You can tell when a team's going to be dog shit out the gate. But you don't really know if they're going to be good, right? Chargers 33-20, close game early on, but to a father's late, and this is going to be a good year for Herbert. He finally does something. Yeah, what do I have in this one? You have 33-20. I have 35-27, so I have a similar score. I think the Dolphins stay in this game. I think the Dolphins have pretty good offense. It's early in the season. They're not going to be exhausted or tired or sleepy or anything like that. They should be relatively fully healthy, except Armstead, which could really hamper them, which is probably why I keep the Chargers just ahead. Offensive line health, I think they'll be able, what's up, Trey? They'll be able to get to a little off more often. Then they'll be able to get to Justin. And because, again, the Chargers will have an offensive line that's fully healthy, too, to begin the year. So, you know, I like the Chargers line better. Chargers offense slightly better because of that. I like the Chargers run game a little better. See you later, Eat Sleep. Plus, I don't really know if Miami's defense, I know they have Vic Fangio, and that should improve, like, the pass rush and all that. I just don't know how much it helps the secondary that was not in good shape last year and is down Jalen Ramsey already. So, especially now that there's like a trio of very good receivers for the Chargers and Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, and Quentin Johnston. Hell yeah, man. You get some rest. You nervous for tomorrow, Trey? You guys play the Ravens. Again, I think 35-27. I think, again, the Dolphins keep it pretty close, but I think the Chargers are able to pull ahead again. It comes down to like one principle of like, all right, which offense do I think is better? I think the the Chargers have a slightly better offense. So if it comes down to a shootout or like a weird close game, I trust the Chargers offense to make the play, where the Dolphins maybe not so much. And then defensively, I think the Chargers have a, on paper, better defense. So I trust them to be able to make a big stop once or twice in a game. Basically the difference. Yeah, Mark Andrews isn't playing. Oh, that should help. Not good for fantasy. Mike's typing something up, so I'm going to wait for Mike to get his thoughts out on the Dolphins Chargers, unless he's just sitting back observing, waiting to attack somebody for saying Dolphins. Is that the thing that they did with Jalen Hurts, the like scrum play? I don't know. That Chiefs Lions game was really good. For a week 1 football game, that Patriots Lions game, or that Lions Chiefs game was nearly perfect. You just the Mark Andrews under and a pick 'em. That's not bad. Probably going to be good now. Well, I guess we can transition to the Eagles then. Eagles Patriots, clear upset game, clear trap game for the Eagles. Eagles are favored by 3.5 points with an over-under of 45. They're not really favored by as much as I thought they'd be favored by. So there's a fighting chance we could win this. The only way the Eagles probably lose this game, we don't have Jack Jones, which pretty much makes the upset nearly impossible at that point, because I don't really know if we have the depth to deal with that. So no Jack Jones. I think that's a wraps on that, unless Christian Gonzalez has an unbelievable rookie debut against that defense or that offense, which is fucking bullshit. So the only way the Patriots pull this off is if our offense is so good or so different than what the Eagles think it's going to be that we completely catch them off guard and we just don't give them back the ball for like the Lions did with the Chiefs. What's up, Karam? It would literally take some kind of weird fucking upsetty fucking... We completely catch the Chiefs napping and they go to defend one thing, we're doing the other thing the whole game. And yeah, basically they're just not ready for Bill O'Brien. That's pretty much the only way that an upset could occur. Otherwise, Philly just, they're a way better football team at this point. Like I've thought of every possible angle. Yeah, pretty much. I don't. We basically just gotta catch them napping. They expect one kind of offense out of the Patriots, and we fucking fooled everybody, and we have a whole new offense. That we no one knew was coming. Yeah, we have to trick an NFL team. I think this game would be is since you were. I think that could be the outcome of this game. The Patriots lose 24-17. I think that's what I have in this one. No, I have 28-20. Oh wow, I have a very close game. I actually agreed with the Lions. Apparently with the 3.5 thing, I said the Patriots lose 28-24. If we can lose 28-24, I'm very happy with the Patriots' performance. Texans throwing a rookie out week 1. Yeah, that's going to be bad. You guys are playing the Ravens too. Incentivizing for catches fits into the NFL's primary strategy for allowing concussions on kickoffs. Yeah, I know. Yep. Rake, did you hear that they're also now mulling adopting the XFL kickoff rule because it was super successful? The one where they just have the guys 5 yards in front of each other and then they just do light collisions. The NFL really likes that rule. I think that's the way to save the kickoff, by the way, because teams will stop doing kickoff fucking touchbacks at that point. Because as soon as you get by the first wave, you can score a touchdown, and every team's going to start returning kicks again. I really hope the NFL decides to institute that the short blocking scheme kickoff. I think that's the way to save it. I know it kills the fucking onside, but I think you can call for a special setup for an onside kick. I know that kills the element of surprise, but I mean, most of the time, everybody knows when someone's about to onside it. But also, it sets up the squib, because if you can get one of your guys to cover a kick, hey, you can get the kick technically. Because that's a live ball. It's a free ball. Once that ball's kicked off, that is anybody's football to recover for their possession. That's another reason why special teams players go so fucking ballistic, by the way, because there's a 1% chance that they could recover the kick. So that's why they got to figure out how to not make it so crazy and violent. But again, yeah, I feel bad for my team. I really want to pick the Patriots here. But again, this is a tough opening game to get. Jesus Christ. At least we're getting it out of the way now. Just taking the loss, whatever. You can lose to your NFC opponents, especially early in the season. Pretty whatever. All right, cool. Yeah, squib kicks are going to happen more often now because the touchback at the 10-yard line. Teams that voted no on the kickoff change rule, they'll probably be the ones squibbing it. I do think the Patriots keep it close because I do think that their new offense is going to slightly throw the Eagles off. Not enough to win. If it does, though, the Patriots can get an upset. But I think the Patriots stay alive in this game, even if it's late garbage time comeback. I do think the Patriots look okay in this game. And again, that's all they have to do. They don't have to win this game to win people over. If they can keep it close versus the Eagles and keep the Eagles kind of frustrated, that changes everybody's perception about the Patriots. That's all. No one's expecting them to win. Most people are expecting them to get kind of fucking face fucked. So if they can avoid that fate, I think it's a win. Again, it's just one roster is complete and the other one's like, we're a year away. And which one's that? The Eagles. Obviously, the Patriots are the complete roster, but, you know, the underdog sometimes has to get a win in too, I guess. Yeah, you guys didn't see that fucking flip coming. One team has a future MVP, future Super Bowl MVP, future first ballot unanimous Hall of Famer, and the other team has Jalen Hurts. That's all I have to say. We'll move on to the next game. You know how funny it would be though if Mac Jones won a Super Bowl before all these fucking other quarterbacks? I'd be like, oh, that's embarrassing for these guys. Imagine having to go into the quarterback fraternity knowing that McCorkle Jones got a Super Bowl before you. Hey guys, no one ever thought it'd be me in here. I'd literally be like, all right, I don't have to ever win a Super Bowl again. We got one more. I can go 60 years without ever seeing a team I like win in football again, because that was so fucking funny. Literally, there's nothing funnier to me than the idea of either the Lions beating one of the AFC East teams to win a Super Bowl, other than the Patriots, or the Patriots winning a Super Bowl with Mac Jones before the other two teams. Literally, it's so funny to me. Like just before Josh Allen gets one. Yeah, just think about it. Like, just the pure comedy of that, of like, all these fans are so sure they're getting one, and then all of a sudden, just like Mac Jones wins the Super Bowl for the Patriots, and it's just like, mother. It'd be so funny. All right, we're getting close to the end of the games here, folks. About taking about an hour and a half. That's not too bad. Only a few. We're starting to get a little derailed at the end, but that's typically how this starts to play out. Is there a big UFC fight going on tonight? The only thing a bummer about Saturdays. Every so often you gotta contend with the super UFC card. Yes, big. Oh, there's a big one? Ah, fuck. That makes sense. I was like, where the hell is everybody tonight? Kind of a quiet stream. Usually these are the more of my like popular non-reaction stream. Oh, yeah, I forgot. There's a big college football game going on too. Okay, that makes a little sense. That's what I was thinking. I was like, I think there's a UFC thing. Yeah, and it's only it's week 1 too. No one really gives that big of a shit. Week 2 is always nice. I think I usually skip this one. I was looking on my channel. There's not a week 1 NFL preview stream anywhere on this. I think I knew this in the past that this was a bad idea. Because there's really just nothing to go off of. Rams and Cowboys, or Rams and Seahawks now play. The hell is the? Oh, there it is. Seahawks are favored by 4.5 with an over/under of 45.5. Yeah, I have the Seahawks winning. Cooper Kupp just went on IR. I don't really know what's going on with the Rams line. I don't know how good Stafford's going to look. I don't really know how much of the Rams are going to, what the hell that's going to even look like this week. Seattle should be in pretty good health. I don't really know how much better their line's going to be, but should be slightly improved. They added to their defense, made that even better. So, hold on a sec. My nose is really bothering me. Shit. Ugh. I don't know what that's a reference to, right? Did you see any Rams picks? I think I had to go Seattle. Yeah, I went with Seattle in this. I don't really think the Rams have a team to compete with them. Dude, why is my nose so fucking annoying, dude? What silly charity match? It's a very vague statement, Fernando. No one knows what you're referencing. What is that like? What's that for? I'm not sure what the last two things said were about. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just like, what charity fight? Yeah, that's pretty bad. But that's kind of just what. Yeah, that's a slaughter game for Grambling. They signed up. They got paid a lot of money to get the fuck kicked out of them. It's basically what's going to happen to the Rams. I think the Rams lose 63-10. I think that's a sign. I have 31-28, but I don't believe in that score now. All right, let's move on to the Monday night or Sunday night football. Ooh, doo. By the way, if you're wondering what we're streaming tomorrow, I'm not doing any of the 1:00 games because they all kind of suck. But I'm gonna do the Patriots and the Eagles, obviously, and then we're gonna do the Cowboys and the Giants this week. So I got the Giants. It says I have the Cowboys winning 28-27. Dallas 27-21. Probably with the breakout game. Yeah, Rams ain't gonna trade Cooper Kupp. He's on IR, so maybe they might at the end of that. They might have a trade Cooper Kupp stretch of games. Maybe that might decide the trade, Mike. This upcoming stretch of 4. But I just think Dallas is a better football team right now. That's basically how I look at this. Again, I don't really. Dude, it's so hard when there's like no like library of like games this year like played to like make that decision, right? I like the addition of Brandon Cooks. I like Amari or CeeDee Lamb. I think they have a good running system. It's hard to kind of pick against Dallas in this situation. I like the addition of Stephon Gilmore to their defense. Really, right now, like we're depending the Giants to be better on a rookie wide receiver in Jalen Hyatt, so that's always kind of got a question mark on it. And the other big like improvement is Darren Waller, who's like 40 or like 35 and didn't really do shit last year. So while I do like the additions, I just don't know how super impactful they're going to be like right away. So it's kind of one of them things where like, oh, I just want to see it. If it works good, they could probably win. Oh my god, dude, fucking stupid right now. I can't wait to end this stream. Yeah, Cook's on offense. It just seems like it's good. Yeah, I'm probably gonna leave too soon. Yeah, my nose is really bothering me, so I'm probably gonna dip out fucking quick tonight too. So I don't know what the fuck's going on. I've never been so fucking annoyed. My nose is super itchy. Oh my god, dude. I can't even like itch it and then it stopped itching. Just like, how about more? All right, Bills and Jets. Probably the only like fun game of the weekend. And I have the Bills winning 31-28, mainly just because it's like we have no idea if that's actually going to be a good football team or not in New York, right? Kind of a bad offensive line, save for like one, maybe two people. 40-year-old quarterback that showed clear signs of physical decline. Oh my god. Tie, they both lose. I just don't know what to think about the Jets. Again, they could be good, could be real good, but they could also be kind of mediocre with bad line, aging quarterback who was showing clear signs of decline last year. So I don't know. Just feels like it's kind of set up for one thing to go one way. All right, though. I think I'm gonna get out of here, guys. My nose is bothering shit. There's only 3 people left watching, or 4 now. So, if you're in the Discord, we could talk about stuff. But I kind of want to get out of here. My nose is really bothering me, and there's just not enough. There's like nobody here. So, we'll do this again next week, of course, as we always do. There's a schedule posted for everything, so you can look at that. Yeah, but I'm gonna get out of here, dude. I'm very uncomfortable right now with my nose. I'm fucking fuming. I'm gonna be in a bad mood if I have to stay. I don't really have any changes, so I'm just gonna stick with my picks. Not really anything like too crazy happened to have like impacted the way I looked at the games this week, so we'll just keep it with good. Have a good night, Fernando. Yep, we'll be live tomorrow for 2 games. Hopefully it's a good time. Hopefully my nose isn't stupid. Anything anyone want to talk about real quick before we get out of here? If not, we'll just get going. Only people who were talking were Mike and Fernando, so all right. Well, all right, everybody. Have a good night. Peace out. Go Lions, go Tigers, and of course, as always, go Patriots. I'll see you